What in the world did she see in that mirror that made her do possibly the craziest thing known to modern society? For some reason, I feel like what she did should be illegal, or at the very least, ill-advised. For the second story, this gentleman tried everything except a desk pop.
I did my first desk pop!
But after graduating college, he managed to work 52 jobs in 52 weeks. And yeah, I had the same thought. How in the world do you even do something like that? And for our third story, a honeymoon that changed their entire lives. And I don't think I could do this, but there are a few people that I know that might. All that and a little bit more today on the Good News. Run it.
Hey, Carl, how you doing? Do I look good from where you standing?
I know I do.
I know there's a couple of things in life I need to render.
Welcome to the Good News, y'all. This is a show where we look at good news from around the world, checking out different countries, communities, industries, technologies.
It's a lot.
Pretty much anything under the sun. But all that matters is politics is left to the side. And with that, my name is Logan, and let's dive right in. For starters, I want to ask you real quick, how's your year going so far? Any highs, any lows, any bruises, any wins? Could be high-key wins, could be low-key losses, could be silly, it could be serious. Let us know in the comments. It'd be great to know what you got going on.
You know I want to talk about it.
To kick things off, picture this. 30-year-old working a marketing job in the UK. One day she catches her reflection and barely recognizes herself. She used to be someone that looked forward to going to work and someone that looked forward to hitting each milestone along the way. But the person who she saw in the mirror was not that at all.
Well, hello there, chaps.
And so she quits and makes possibly the most hardcore decision I have ever seen. Vicki Anstey thought to herself, what's the opposite of a desk job? Anybody? Well, it's obviously applying to a hardcore adventure team set to row across the ocean.
Well, that was unexpected.
I don't know how someone finds out about this, but since making her decision, Vicki hasn't looked back. And her story about needing a change of scenery and acting on it was so relatable that nowadays she gets to go around the world telling people about the thoughts that were going through her mind that ultimately helped her make the decision to do it. And the more I learn about her, the more I realize she didn't get all these opportunities because she was a one in a million kind of person, or because she knew the right people in the right time at the right industry. It was the choices she made when she realized she wasn't heading in the direction she wanted to go. And instead of ignoring herself, she listened. Now, I probably will not row across the ocean anytime soon, but I think everybody can benefit from the occasional self-check-in.
Be honest. How bad is it?
And that right there is some good news. Moving on to the second story today. Imagine with me, the valedictorian at Capilano University in North Vancouver was sitting on resume gold. But unlike his friends, before he graduated, he didn't line anything up. And that was on purpose. He was paralyzed with the age-old question. What do I actually want to do?
Ah, yes, the age-old question.
So we did everything. Sean Aiken literally set up a different job every week for a year. And if you're in disbelief, like who in the world would hire him knowing that he was leaving? Or was he just lying to people, saying that he was going to stick around longer than he did? Neither is true. He negotiated with the employers, saying that whatever wages he would earn in that week, just donate it to a designated charity. That way, it was a win-win. He got some experience, and they got to donate.
That makes more sense. I appreciate that, Coach. Thank you.
So, why not be a cowboy in Wyoming or a firefighter in Florida? What about teach preschool? And I bet at one point or another, everybody has wondered the same question. Do you apply to be a mascot? And after hitchhiking 46,000 miles, staying on 55 or so couches, all with no pay, he came to the conclusion.
I don't have any answers.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was afraid of too. There's no magic pill to point you in the right direction. But there is one thing that sticks with me for a very particular reason. After trying out all these different jobs, Sean showed me that it's not about having everything figured out. It's about having the stomach to explore even when I don't know what's going to happen. So in a way, it's sort of like not knowing something all of a sudden becomes the beginning of something completely different.
Suppose that makes sense.
And honestly, as far as career paths go, I am incapable of walking in a straight line, but I have mastered the zigzag. And what's great is that Sean seems to have written the book on the zigzag.
You're just like me.
And that right there is some good news. Also, real quick, if you're enjoying the good news so far, please hit that like and subscribe button. Our goal is to be a one-stop shop for your weekly serotonin, or at least a quick pit stop from this daily brain rot.
Accidental, or were you trying to quote TLC on purpose?
I have no idea what you're talking about. And for our third story today, it's a quick one. During a honeymoon trip across southern France, Abby and Alastair took a spontaneous detour to see an old train station. But they ended up biting off a little bit more than they can chew.
So beautiful.
The place, as they saw it, was already so peaceful, so relieving, but when they got there, they saw the property was for sale.
For sale?
And all of a sudden, they were faced with a dilemma they were not expecting. And that's when everything around them started to set in. The mountains, the village, the people, the way of life. So they bought it.
50-50, final offer.
And what's crazy about this is I cannot help but imagine, like, you're just thinking about making a pit stop, and then all of a sudden you're like, what if we just don't leave?
We're going to make a normal life here.
And although I don't think I could do this at this present moment in my life, I am inspired by Abby and Alastair. I know for myself, I tend to be drawn backwards by the known rather than pulled forward by the things that I don't know. So it's incredible to see them allow themselves to be pulled away from where they were comfortable. And that's pretty inspiring.
That's terrifying.
And that right there is some good news. Moving on to a little bit more. Did you know your brain actually glows when you're in a good mood?
I mean, is this normal?
Researchers found that when you have heightened positive emotions, certain regions of your brain light up, at least on those little computer scanners that they have. Your brain doesn't actually glow.
You let me down.
But it is cool to know that as long as you do one of two things, either one, do good and do good often, or two, stay away from Debbie Downers. Do either of those two things and your brain's going to be lighting up like the 4th of July.
Blinded by the light.
And that wraps up our first ever episode for the Good News. And if you see value in this sort of content and you believe in it, don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate everybody who tuned into the first episode. It does mean a lot. And if you have any good news going on in your life, no matter how big or how small, let us know in the comments. We'd love to shout you out in our community highlight segment. But more on that next week.
God, stop teasing me.
So be sure to get plenty of doom scrolling in Friday to Wednesday, because next Thursday, if we're on time, on schedule, and on demand, we're going to be right here talking about some good news. And we hope to see you there. And as Patches O'Houlihan says, bye-bye.
Hey, come.